Oh my god.
Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of Red Cave Sports. Today's the day that Mitch has been waiting for, that he won't shut up about. Zion Williamson, of course.
Zion, baby.
He's always talking about Zion, as you all know.
I do. I had a dream about Zion yesterday too. Zion is, he's doing quite well. You must say that at least, right?
Well, I feel like when you own 50% of the Zion card market, or close to it
That's
with
the goal.
Mitch, you're really manipulating the card price. No, I'm just kidding. But the reality is Zion has been playing very well so far. Certainly has exceeded my expectations. I'm not too far off. I did say he'd be around 18 points a game. And he has been really good. But so far for a 19-year-old, he's proven that he can shoot. So I am wrong there.
I think we're both right on that, right? Because you said about 18, I was about 24, 25, something like that.
Right
So
in the middle.
he's about in the middle. I think we're both right. Maybe I'm a touch closer, but barely. Not enough to brag about, but enough to say that, hey, I've got a ton of Zions, and I think you guys do too. Metaphorically, I am not telling you to get Zion cards.
Nope.
Wink, wink, wink. I'm not telling you to get Zion, but we do know that Jeff from Sports Card Investor was telling you not to get Zions, and I think he's wrong. I said that to Bird the time he posted that episode. So, yeah, by the way, we do love Sports Card Investor. It's somewhat of a joke, but I do disagree with that statement. I think Zion Williamson is still an incredible buy if you get the right cards and if you grade them and hold them long term. Yeah, do I see Zion going up a lot in the meantime? Not really, not until next year. But I think next year we will see an increase towards the beginning of his career if he stays healthy. Again, he could still get hurt. I watched his game last night. Whenever he dunks, he tends to really fall weird, man. He's not landing properly. That's been kind of scary to me. But nonetheless, he's a lot quicker than I thought. Not only that, but he's proven to shoot, which I was saying, I think he could shoot a little bit. He knocked down another 3. He was like 1 for 1 on those. And his quickness, his ability to not only dunk, like he's not even dunking that much. He's more so getting his second rebound like a freak. Even Charles Barkley was saying that he's quicker than I am, which is a pretty big statement, especially for somebody to say that.
I think I'm quicker than Charles Barkley now. But
I don't know. I think Charles Barkley was pretty quick for his prime.
enter Charles Barkley golfing right now.
Who is this? What's this called?
Barkley?
Oh my god. Dude, I hurt my back.
So I went golfing with Bird, and he's doing this Charles Barkley thing, and he's like, "Hey guys, I'm Charles Barkley." I'm like, "What are you doing?" People are laughing. You got to see this. It's incredible.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Charles Barkley has probably one of the worst swings. But nonetheless, do I think Zion's a good card to get? I think he is if you're looking long term, 100%. I did look at the population. They're still rare. They're hard to find. I've opened up a lot of packs myself. Again, I own about 85% of the Zion market. So I have about 85% of the rookie cards. They're all in a huge safe. The bank told me that they don't have enough room to hold my cards.
I think it's also important to remember, Jeff from Sports Card Investor, he doesn't really have any videos, maybe a handful on cheap, affordable cards for sports card investors who are just starting out. For the most part, primarily, he's into PSA 10s and he's into RPAs and he's into cards that really cost an arm, a leg, and your firstborn baby. With that being said, that is how he's primarily assessing the Zion market. He's saying, these cards are already more than Luka, more than Giannis. Well, that may be true, but if you buy a card like this or, a Hoops, these are cards with tons of room for growth, at least in my opinion. Even this one here, right? I mean, there's so many different variations, but at least in my personal opinion, when it comes to Zion, you don't need to buy, or when it comes to any athlete, you don't need to buy the highest of highest card. Because at the end of the day, we all know, flipping $10 into $20, it's still a good return. It's a good ROI, return on investment. So to all of a sudden just jump and say, don't buy Zion, well, I think what he should have said is don't buy Zion's rookie Prism PSA 10 Prism Silver. And I think he really...
That card is overvalued.
misspoke.
He's 100% right on that. That card is overvalued because if you compare it to Luka, I mean, Luka's performed way better. He's scoring way more points. He's way more... I mean, they're different players in my opinion too. But that specific card, it's really hard for, anybody who's been playing for... Well, he's only played like 10 or 12 games. And to say that you should buy a $1,500, $1,600, $1,700 card, how do you know that it's valued at that? I mean, if you're going to get a $10 card, and if he proves to be good for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years to come, let alone make it to the Hall of Fame potentially, he's got the potential, then that card's going to go up in value. It's just very risk to get a very expensive card. And we want to show you guys cards that are affordable. Every card in here I got for under $20. So I got it when he was hurt. When everybody is fearful of the card, that's when you want to get in if you think it's the right move. And that's just simple investing. So
Yeah, no, for sure, too. And at the end of the day, even when it comes to investing, nevertheless, sports cards or really anything, is it really that smart to put all your eggs into one basket? Personally, I don't think so. So if you are going to tie up $1,600 in one card, I don't care if it's, Mike Trout rookie card. I mean, obviously that's somewhat
like a Michael
safe
Jordan
move, right? But at the end of the day, when you can spread that money out into different investments and, even if you hit on 75% of them, you're having a bigger return. So you're not just relying on one person, one outcome. And I mean, $1,600, that card now needs to become $3,200 for you to, basically have the same ROI from 10 to 20 or from 15 to 30. And, you get the point. So, Zion's Silver Prism V card to have may be a bit overpriced, but at the end of the day, for him to say don't buy his card, period, I think he sounded the horn just a bit too quickly on that, and a bit of clickbait. I'm not even afraid to say that.
I was triggered by it because literally I was telling my good friend Kevin and I was telling Bert, I'm like, I don't think he's right about this. He's right about a lot, by the way.
Yes.
So we're not trying to put him down. But by the way, he has an incredible channel. I started recently watching him, and you guys have been commenting about it. But if you look at Zion Williamson right now, 6'6", 284. They mention it every time he makes any kind of play. But he is at 22.8 points per game, right? Pretty good. 7.2 rebounds and 2.3 assists. So I think that's per 25 minutes as well, right? 26 minutes of game time. Yes. So this is a screenshot. But again, 19 years old. His highlights from Duke are freakish. And he had some ridiculous dunks. Again, I think he's still getting into it. And he's not even in the shape that he was when he was playing for Duke. He was ripped, man. Like, he's getting there, but he's also growing. I don't know if that could be an issue, too. He doesn't need to get any bigger, man.
I mean, let's look at LeBron James. And LeBron James, look at the size of his arms and, just his body, period, when he was 19. And look at him now.
Well, it's steroids, dude.
I don't think that's steroids. I think that's just LeBron James being...
How about Dwayne Wade? I got one of his rookie cards. Didn't even look like the same guy.
Dwayne Wade was around 6 foot when he first got drafted, 5th overall by Miami Heat. He turned out to be 6'4". So there's obviously still room for growth and improvement. And let me tell you this, because I am a major Dwayne Wade fan. Dwayne Wade did not have a jump shot, period, until about year 2. So his game just really evolved, and I think Zion's game is going to evolve. I think I was wrong. I don't think Zion's going to be an 18-point per game player. I think we're going to see him. So far, who he's reminding me a lot of is Karl Anthony Towns, and that's a rather great player. Unfortunately, he is, not in the greatest market to succeed right now, and not the NBA's poster child.
He's a freak of nature. We have to address Zion Williamson is not from this planet. If you ever watch Superman, Man of Steel, how he comes from Krypton. Zion came from Zionton. He came from somewhere else. He came from a spaceship, a big freaking spaceship, and landed here, and he was picked up by some random people in a cornfield. And he became, as we know, Zion. He's 19 years old. We have to show them this play, though.
Opponent. And follow your own Zion will, but a little bit strong. Keeps it alive. Right back at it. Go for it. He does it. He's going to the line looking for the three-point play.
Partner, that's a man. That's a 19-year-old man right there. They say you got to be 21 to be considered a man. That is a 19-year-old man right there playing amongst boys.
When people have asked me about Zion, exactly what you just said, I said he's not a 19.
That play he made, Zion Williamson missed a free throw last night, got his rebound, his own rebound, jumped, leaped like a strong, healthy rabbit, picked it up, put in a layup, missed the layup, hopped, and then freaking put it in again. Like, he's insane. Zion gets his own rebound all the time, like 80% of the time, and it's freaky. He got me back into basketball, making it fun. Hopefully you guys are enjoying him too. But Zion Williamson, I think, is a buy. He is 100% a buy. Zion Williamson is a buy. Do not buy the Prism Silver. I think that's scary. If you can, maybe get an RPA and hold that long term. But the Prism Silver, man, that scares me. If you were loaded, if you have a crap ton of money, sure. But most of you, you're probably not going to want to drop $1,600. Zion Prism Base, probably still a good buy.
Probably still a good buy. It's
You have one, you're grading one.
It's about $100 right now. Maybe, pardon me, I should say around 70 to 110. Again, I don't even know what the market's going to do overnight, because that's why I want to give you guys that window. But that is honestly what it's about. Maybe for some that's too much. I know for me, I wouldn't be able to buy another one or pull another one. So that's why I personally like to stick just to more affordable cards while I am in school.
Yeah, Bird was at sports card store, couldn't get the card. Wife didn't let him. So if you guys have that issue too, let us know. If you have a girlfriend, wife, or freaking mom won't let you buy a card, let us know. Comment.
For the record,
Try and call them out too. It was pretty funny.
For the record, it's not that she
How
wouldn't
did-
let me buy it. I couldn't buy it because I literally
She wouldn't let
had
'em.
53 cents left in my bank account.
Oh my god.
So
Can't disclose everything.
wasn't her fault.
Yeah. Okay. So that's all we have for you guys. Again, I think I'm right on Zion. Bird's right on Zion too. Where do you see him going from here?
Next year, he's going to join the dunk competition because we all know Aaron Gordon isn't. He's going to be an all-star, and he's going to have around 24, 25 points a game. But, I think rebounding is where he's really going to be a stud. I think he's going to be a double-digit rebounder per game. And, you know, maybe be the next Charles Barkley, but just in better shape and with a better golf swing.
My prediction for Zion, I see him being around the same for points per game, but I do see him breaking 30, maybe even 40 in one game. That's if he's dominant. But my big prediction for Zion is that he rips down a net or at least bends the rim again. I think he's going to do that in an NBA game, not just the All-Star, but I think Zion is going to have one of the best highlights, alley-oops of NBA history. He's going to get one. He's going to get something, let alone his blocks. That block he had where he sent it in the 19th row, there's not even 19 rows in the stadium. Crazy.
Well, folks, there you have it. Of course, Mitch could ramble on about Zion. Actually, fun fact, when Mitch goes to bed at night, there's actually a Zion poster up, not on the wall, so that he just blows kisses to him all the time. Anyway, that's all the time we have.
Weird.
Until next time, bye-bye.